The occult and the forbidden are natural elements in many escape rooms. Secrets and mysteries have to be uncovered, murders have to be solved, and crimes of various sorts have to be stopped. This is also the case in The Ritual, which is the newest escape room at Mystery Makers in Copenhagen. According to the setup, you've encountered a secret society in a secret location, conducting a secret ritual, which you have to stop. In all secrecy, of course. In fact, it's so secret that not even the game master nor you, the main characters, know what the society is, nor what the ritual does. In other words, there's no backstory to the ritual, and what's worse still, you have to stop this secret ritual by conducting the very same secret ritual yourself. That doesn't actually make any sense whatsoever. However, the ritual still has a handful of interesting and diverse puzzles to keep you engaged for 60 minutes or less. By far the best thing about the Ritual escape room is the beginning of the game. You're taken down a flight of stairs into a basement room which is pitch black. Only a handful of tiny electric candles can be spotted around the room, and they are nearly suffocated by the black velvety darkness that is everywhere. And here is also the first and perhaps the best puzzle. You have to light up the room to make sure that you can actually continue the game. It's a great start, and it's also a start that the rest of the ritual struggles to keep up with. The room is supposed to look like the secret meeting place for a secret occult society, but it's a little too bare and bright for that, at least once you get the lights on. It doesn't really come off as a room from your favorite conspiracy nightmare. It's furnished with a couple of old and dark wooden cabinets, the walls are painted in a reddish color, and there's an old rug on the floor. But that's about it. You could say that the set design signals that this secret society is perhaps a little too mundane to be any fun. There are no obscure artifacts, no strange pictures, no hints of anything scary or violent, for that matter. Furthermore, according to the setup, the real secret society should be conducting their ritual in the room next door, but there were no strange or scary noises, no chanting, no music to speak of to create any mood here. In the best of escape rooms, you feel like stepping into a film. This is not the case with The Ritual. Due to the lack of knickknacks, the room is quickly explored and surveyed, which, again, makes it feel like something is lacking here. It doesn't open itself up to you in any way. There's nothing more to investigate besides what's seen in the first place. Except, of course, for a secret compartment, but it's no bigger than a closet. It doesn't feel like a huge revelation. As mentioned, the most playful puzzle in The Ritual is the very first one you encounter. The rest are pretty simple and straightforward. Most of them reveal themselves when you explore the room, and since there's not a lot to explore, nearly all of them are easily dealt with. Lift this lever to open this set of drawers. Here's a picture of some animals. Go and look at the stuffed animals in the glass cabinet. In this way, much of The Ritual feels like a beginner's room, which is absolutely fine, but there's not a lot of thinking and, again, exploration to do. Still, there's a nice flow in the game, and it's easy to measure your progression because you have to collect a set of 4 small statues to carry out the final ritual. The most engaging puzzle of them all involves cooperation between the players. You have to work together from various spots in the room in order to solve the puzzle and open the next cabinet. This meant that 25 minutes into the game we felt like we were approaching the end. However, this is where we met the number 1 most difficult puzzle in the room. Actually, it was so difficult that we needed 7 hints to carry us through it. Without spoiling anything, it involves a small staircase that you need to tweak and turn in order to unlock something. It turned out that we overcomplicated the whole thing because we couldn't see the point in the first place. In other words, the number of approaches to the puzzle, and therefore also the number of solutions, were many. It did make sense in the end, which is definitely a good thing, but the step up in difficulty from the first 8 to 9 puzzles in the room was huge. Wouldn't it be a great idea to replace this 25-minute puzzle with 2 to 3 other ones, more creative and more fun, to maintain that sense of accomplishment with the players? Our game master was kind and certainly forthcoming and had time for a chat before and after the game. We were even served a glass of non-alcoholic champagne to celebrate our success in the room. Apparently we had 17 minutes left, but we couldn't really know for sure because there's no timer inside the room. There is an hourglass, but it's out of order, or at least not in use. What was a little strange about the whole experience was that our game master only spoke English to us, even though we spoke Danish among each other. It seemed like English was his native language. For a Danish escape room company, that's a strange approach, because you can't be sure that your audience can understand or indeed speak English. This language barrier was underlined in the 9 hints we were served during the game. Strangely enough, some of the hints were offered in English, some in Danish, and they came jumbled together. Speaking of hints, they were quite a mixed bag. Several of them were almost small puzzles in and of themselves, and we simply didn't get those, which made us feel a little stupid, which again worked against our sense of accomplishment. Other hints, however, more directly addressed what we had to do, and they felt helpful and kind. What was also helpful was the fact that the hints appear in writing inside the room, and they are marked with a sound, so you never miss a hint. There's no doubt that the overall idea in The Ritual is worth an escape game, but there's room for improvement in this one. The main problem is that you don't feel immersed in the set decoration or the gameplay. Some of the puzzles are fun and call for collaboration, but in general they fit poorly with the overall theme of the occult and the forbidden.